Hey, I'm Jean. Welcome to this video. This is part 2 of a sketchbook to pattern video. This part picks up after the hero pattern and takes you through how I built the rest of the mini collection. Let's go ahead and get into it. If you remember, we made our painting using a mixed media technique. And then we took it into Photoshop, removed the color and background, and cut out all of the elements to manipulate them into a pattern. After recoloring them, you can see the pattern being built. This is the hero pattern as it stands at the end of the first video. And I gotta be honest, I wasn't loving it. So when I came back to it, the first thing I wanted to do was rework the hero pattern. So I went in and separated all the elements and built these little clusters out of the individual elements and thought I would do more of like a bouquet design. So I came up with these 3 different bouquet options. I started off doing a diamond shaped layout, and then I'm using the cream bouquet to kind of balance it out. I tried to use these little red berries to fill in some of the blank spaces to have a more like fuller design. I did like that for a minute, and I did let that set a couple days before I came back to it because I liked it. But there's one part of it that kept driving me nuts. I had to rework it again. So that's the old one where you can see it's very flat and each piece is individual. It has a different feel. And then this is the bouquet version. I didn't film this blender pattern, but this is probably one of my favorite blenders I've ever done. I used pieces of the flower and just grouped them together to make those little clusters, and then just made pattern from the clusters. This is a print that I'm calling Painted Branch. The berries that I didn't end up using that much of in the hero print got pulled into this. It was missing something, so I went back and grabbed another piece of the flower and was able to recolor that and add that in to make this a secondary print. Once I added that in and made that part of the pattern, it looked a lot better. Now I'm just starting my sales sheet, which I really just want to see all the patterns side by side and see how they work as a collection. So that's basically what this document is. I was still unhappy with the hero. I really wasn't feeling it. So I went back again and tried another technique using the diamond layout to get it to look better. I made another version of this purple bouquet using all of the flowers that I had already recolored. And I did like this mostly. I don't know, something about this, it was very full and I did like that, but when you stretched it out and make a pattern of it, even though I don't have a background color right now, like I just did not like the way that looked. Just not giving the vibe that I wanted. So we had the original bouquet, the diamond shaped bouquet, and now this is like clustered bouquet. This is number 4. And I really did like this, but I don't know if it felt like a hero print enough for me. But I liked that it was like cleaner, more organized, and simpler. So I went to my sales sheet and compared. That's the new design, because you want to see how it looks with the collection too. That's important. And that's the old design. And I actually liked the old design better. It looked fuller and more like a hero print, but I thought, well, maybe it's just the colors. And so I tried to recolor it a couple times. And I thought that I would be able to just save this and maybe even use it as a secondary print and just change the color. And I tried doing that multiple different ways. I figured I would try to bring this coral color in to see if it would go with the collection as a secondary print, like bring out some of those oranges, the rusts that were in those berries, but it just did not look good. So I scrapped it and started trying to do some different blenders from different pieces of the flowers. I tried a couple different things. It was a tough collection just pulling from one page in my sketchbook, but I'm surprised at how much work I actually got out of that one sketchbook page. It's pretty exciting to think about it. So I tried to make another blender with the flowers and pull in some of that purple because I really think that that would tie the collection in with the hero a little bit better. I guess because of the way that I did the branches, the horizontal nature of it just did not look good. I kept trying different colors. I tried to put it with the collection, and the purple I think looks good. It pulls out the purple from the hero print, but just the design itself just does not look good. And I tried just changing the background to like get it to feel more cohesive as a collection, and I just ended up not liking that print. So I pulled the branches out because I liked those too, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just do like a textured print, because my intention was to try to get 4 pieces total. 1 main print, 1 secondary print, and maybe a blender and a textured blender, which is what I was trying to do here. And I really just struggled through this. But I wanted to see how far I could push 1 page in my sketchbook. I liked this enough. It was okay, but it was doing some weird things, so I scrapped that one and ended up pulling the round shape that was in the painted branch and making a stripe out of these little petals. And that's kind of where I landed with it as my 4th blender piece. Finally, I had to come back to this hero print, and I was able to do a little bit of nudging, fill in the negative space a little bit differently, because there was something about the negative space, it wasn't as symmetrical as I like, with a little bit of an adjustment. We've got the painted garden hero print. This is the painted branch. This I'm calling painted flower. And then the orange blender is called painted petal. The last thing I did really was pull that painted petal into the collection sheet that I have to kind of see how they work side by side. And I really liked the orange. This is supposed to be a fall inspired collection, so I think it does have a fall floral feel. I'm not in love with the hero, so I may do some more reworking on that. There are a few little tweaks that I need to make, but overall, this is the main gist of it. As you can see, that's the painted garden. This is the painted branch, painted flower, painted petal. So from just 1 sketchbook page, I was able to pull an entire mini collection. Just want to say thanks if you made it to the end of this video. I'm happy to have you along for the ride. I'll see you guys in another video. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Go ahead and do that thing so we can stay connected.